Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. Now today we're going to look at some of the goodies from the Urban Underground suite. This includes the Nailed It stamp set and matching dies. And we're also going to have a look at this Hexagon Dynamic Textured Impressions embossing folder. Now, I'm just going to call it the folder now because that is way too much to say. But I'm going to show you, this is the folder. Now, just to give you, if you haven't seen one of these dynamic ones before, here's our regular folders, which are sturdy but quite thin. This one, you can't bend that. You don't want to bend that. That is really, really thick. So you use it slightly differently. So I will show you that. But the effect you get is really, really deep embossing. And I just love that. Now we're going to make this card today, or a version of this card today. I did want to show you this one though, because you've got the embossed side here and the debossed side here. As you can see, that makes perfect honeycombs to go with the bees from your Dragonfly Dreams stamp set. They work perfectly to make honeycombs for the bees. So I just wanted to quickly show you that. But let's go ahead and make this nice Nailed It man card today. So let's bring in the Big Shot. Right, so the first thing we want to know is that on the new style Big Shots, you're going to take off your thin die adapter. And if you've got the old style Big Shot, you don't want any of the plates. Now, when you do this normally, of course, you would use two of the clear plates. So you're just going to use the base platform, but you're only going to use one plate. We're going to pop some smoky slate, get that lined up, into the embossing folder. Now in the catalogue it does say that you can spritz this with water to get an even deeper embossing. Now I've had a go with this and it does make a small amount of difference, but then I need to engage my patience gene and wait for that to dry for a couple of minutes, and I don't want to do that for the video, so we're just going ahead and doing it. And as you can see, you get super deep embossing on there. So I really love that. Right, I'm going to go ahead and stamp these images. Now I'm stamping everything kind of twice here because I want the handle to be in yellow and I want the actual tool itself to be in the smoky slate. And then I will, oh, I'm just going to redo that because I've got a little bit of ink there in the middle. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut these out with the Big Shot, and I'll bring them back and show you how I assemble them. So literally all we're going to do is to just glue these together. So my handles are going on the top, so I'm just going to hand trim around the edge of the yellow handle on the saw and put my glue, put my Tombow on there, a little bit too much. That one's there. And then same with the screwdriver, chop that off across the top and pop that on. And the same here with my hammer. Now these look quite good just stamped as they are, but what I did, which I did think made a little bit of difference and gave a bit more dimension, was I used my my chalk marker and just put a little bit of kind of shine along those tools, just to make them look a little bit more silvery. And I've also little bit on the handle there. For those, and don't they look cute? They are just so impressive. I love these dies, absolutely love them. And it does mean you've got to cut them out twice, which is why I went and did this off camera, because you've got to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But you can do it in 3 sets, and it is, I think it's really worth it, and it does look better than actually just colouring them in from scratch, unless you're a really good colourist, and I'm not. Right, I lost my battery, so I'm sorry about that, you missed a bit. I've just stuck this piece here onto a piece of Whisper White card. The layers I'm going to use are 2 1/4, let's just double check here. The layers I'm going to use are 2 1/2 by 3 1/2 in Whisper White, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 in the Daffodil Delight, the yellow that I've chosen, and they are going to go on here. But before I've done that, I have gutted this out. I've used the Stitched Shapes framelits to cut out a circle out of the middle of that, because we won't see it anyway. And I'm just going to layer that piece up. Now, I'll tell you a little secret. I always say to my ladies that if they make a mistake, it's not a mistake, it's an embellishment opportunity. And here, I just finished this card, and I managed to get some black ink onto the corner there. Well, talk about an embellishment opportunity. I loved it so much, we're doing it again. So I'll try and avoid the black ink this time. What I've done is I've taken the smallest little square, which is about 1 1/4 inches of these stitched framelits. And then I'm going to cut that in half and pop that into the corner there. And it just, I think it just gives a really nice little finishing look, and somewhere to put another embellishment. And oops, and more is more as far as I'm concerned when it comes to embellishments. So let's pop that on there first before we decide how to lay out our tools. I'm going to use dimensionals to pop these up and stick them on the card. Now, while I'm doing this, I will tell you that the Nailed It stamp set has some fantastic greetings as well as embellishments in there. Put this one over here. It's got thanks for always building me up, nailed it. Sorry I screwed up. I think that's a funny one. And I liked you the first time I saw you, as in saw. But of course you can use a happy birthday or any other greeting on there as well. And I did just stick that in the wrong place, so I've just taken that off and put it back on. So I'm going to say to you, look, these are all a little bit too far that way. They should be a bit further that way. But you know, that's how it goes sometimes. And I'm going to pop these down here in this corner this time. And again, I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. Now, if you're in the UK, you will be handing this card over rather than posting it, because as soon as you go to 2 layers of dimensionals, certainly with the dimension that's in this as well, you're going to be pretty close to hitting that large letter price. So watch out for that, or keep it to 1 layer of dimensionals if you want to send this as a regular letter. And we're going to pop that over there. Now this is our layer for our greeting. And I'm going to put just a happy birthday. And the happy birthday I'm going to take from Birthday Bright, which has got a lot of mixed birthday greetings. I'm going to use this happy and this birthday. So let's take those out. Now, I could mount them up on the same block, but I find it easier when you're putting 2 greetings together to do them separately when it's photopolymer, because you can see where you're going with them. So let's do a happy. And then I can see right through and get that birthday nice and close underneath. And I'm going to punch that out with a 1 1/4 circle, inch, circle punch. And take a piece of the grey and punch that out with a 1.5 inch punch. That's the smoky slate. And stick those together. And pop that up in the corner there. So thank you for visiting Elizabeth's Craft Room today. I hope you like the You Nailed It stamp set and the matching dies. I promised to show you some extras. Look, it's got these little nuts and bolts in there as well. It's got the spanner or wrench, if you're in an area that calls it a wrench. A little greeting, a little space for the greetings. We've got Happy Father's Day as well on the stamp set, and these do come as a bundle. One of my favourite bits is this little piece here, which makes a ruler, which looks absolutely fabulous when it's metal. Let me just show you that. How great is that? You can make your own little metal ruler. So if you would like any of those goodies, look down at the bottom of the blog post or of my YouTube channel, and you can see a link to my online store. I would love to help you with that. Thanks very much for visiting Elizabeth's Craft Room today, and I look forward to welcoming you back again soon.